I knew something was wrong the moment I saw the way she smiled at him. It wasn't the polite, practiced smile my wife reserved for acquaintances, nor the carefree grin she saved for her friends. This one was softer, lingering, like a secret being shared. And it wasn't meant for me. My name is Michael, and for 15 years I believed I had built something real with my wife, Sarah. We married young, too young maybe, but we grew together. At least I thought we did. I worked long hours as an architect while Sarah stayed home, later picking up part-time teaching to fill her days. We weren't perfect, no marriages, but I thought we had an unshakable foundation. That night, at a colleague's dinner party, I saw her with him. Daniel. Tall, confident, a corporate lawyer with an easy laugh. I introduced them myself, never realizing I had just handed him the keys to my world. "Nice to meet you," he said, shaking Sarah's hand longer than necessary. And she let him. I told myself I was imagining it, that I was tired, paranoid. But when she came home buzzing about how charming Daniel was, something inside me tightened. The slow erosion. First, it was little things. Her phone always face down. Late nights, grading papers. That sudden interest in her appearance. New dresses, new perfume, as though she were 20 again. When I asked, she'd laugh it off. "Don't be silly, Michael. You're the only one I want." But her eyes betrayed her. They weren't laughing. They were hiding. One night, I woke up to find her side of the bed cold. I padded downstairs and found her in the kitchen, whispering into her phone. When she saw me, she jumped like she'd been caught stealing. "Who was that?" I asked. "My friend Emily," she said too quickly. "She's going through a rough time." The lie hung between us like smoke. And I swallowed it because the alternative, the truth, was unbearable. The shattering truth. The truth came on a Tuesday. Funny how ordinary days can carry extraordinary destruction. I left work early, flowers in hand, thinking maybe I was overthinking everything. Maybe she just needed to feel appreciated. I opened the door quietly, hoping to surprise her. And I did. The flowers slipped from my hand when I saw them. Sarah, pressed against the kitchen counter, Daniel's lips on her neck, her fingers tangled in his hair. For a moment time froze. The hum of the refrigerator. The faint drip of the faucet. Her gasp when she finally noticed me. "Michael," she started, but the word collapsed under the weight of my silence. Daniel had the audacity to step forward, straightening his tie. "Listen, man, Don't," I said, my voice raw. "Don't you dare." I walked out without another word, the sound of her calling my name following me like a ghost. The aftermath. The days after were a blur. Anger, grief, numbness. She came to me begging. "It just happened, Michael. I didn't mean for it to. I still love you." But her words were hollow. Love doesn't hide in shadows. Love doesn't betray in kitchens. "I gave you everything," I said, tears burning my eyes. "And you threw it away for him." Her silence was the answer I already knew. Filed for divorce. She didn't fight me. Why would she? She had Daniel. Rebuilding, or trying to. I thought walking away would heal me. That distance would dull the knife in my chest. But healing isn't linear. I would see her at the grocery store, laughing with him, and it would all come rushing back. Nights were the worst, the bed too wide, too cold. Friends told me I'd be better off. That time would mend me. And maybe it did, slowly, unevenly. Then one day, I heard she had married him. Daniel. The man who stole my wife was now her husband. I thought I'd feel fury. Instead I felt pity. For her, for him, for the mess they had created out of something once sacred. Her regret. 2 years passed before I heard from her again. It was a Sunday evening when my phone buzzed with her name. I almost didn't answer. But curiosity won. "Michael." Her voice was softer, frayed at the edges. "Can we talk?" Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet. She looked older, worn down. The sparkle that once drew me to her was gone, replaced by a heaviness in her eyes. "How's married life?" I asked bitterly. She flinched. "It's not what I thought it would be." I let out a humorless laugh. Surprise. Tears welled in her eyes. I made a mistake. Daniel isn't you. He isn't kind. He doesn't listen. He makes me feel small. And yet, I said coldly, he was worth destroying us for. Her tears fell freely now. I thought he was exciting, different. But once the affair turned into reality, it all changed. I ruined everything, for a man who doesn't even see me. My silence. There was a time when her tears would have shattered me, when I would have pulled her close and promised to fix everything. But that man was gone. You wanted him, I said quietly. You got him. Congratulations. Michael, please, she whispered. I wish I could go back. I wish I had chosen you. I stood, my chair scraping against the floor. You did choose Sarah. You chose him. And now you live with it. Her sobs followed me out the door just like before. The lesson. Betrayal is a peculiar wound. It doesn't bleed on the outside, but it festers within. For years, I carried her betrayal like a scar carved into my chest. But seeing her again, broken by the man she destroyed me for, I realized something. The wound wasn't mine anymore. It was hers. She would spend the rest of her life regretting her choice, waking each day beside the man who once thrilled her but now drained her. And I was free. The ending she never expected. Months later, I heard through mutual friends that Sarah had filed for divorce from Daniel. The irony was poetic. She had destroyed her marriage to chase passion, only to end up abandoned, lonely, and bitter. Sometimes late at night, I wonder if she ever replays that Tuesday in her head, the moment I dropped the flowers, the moment her secret exploded. Hope she does, because that was the moment her life changed forever. Not mine.